Welcome to my garden. It's June 1st today and I am really far behind. My plum tomatoes are still in their starter pots. It's no good for them. You can see they're all starting to struggle. They need sorting. My beef tomatoes have got so big they've fallen over and regrown at least once, sometimes twice. It's no good. My melons, I've got some of them in, but not enough of them in. So they all need sorting. And my greenhouse is a mess. It's bloody horrible. It's such a mess in here. So, plan for today. Sort it all out. I've got some grow bags. Going to be using them for melons. I've got a load of fresh compost, some really nice one, the Jack's Magic that I like using. Going to get that all sorted. Going to get my water trays all in. Get everything pegged up. Get the netting sorted. I've got a couple of cucumber plants that I need to get sorted as well. And yeah, it's really bad in here though. We had to clear out the shed and there wasn't enough room in the car to take to the old dump, the recycling centre. So I thought I'd just pop some of it in here because it started raining and I'll do it tomorrow. That was 3 weeks ago now. So first step, clear everything, get it all cleaned, sweep it all out, get all the rubbish and crud put away, get that done and dusted, and then I can get it all sorted. But for you, I'm going to use the magic of editing. It's just so messy. So messy. But what we're going to do, we're going to step out of the greenhouse. And quite simply, I'm going to say goodbye to all the mess. Goodbye. Getting there. A bit more maybe. And then that should be enough. So let's find out. Is it done? Oh, look at that. Yep. We have a clean slate. Let's get to potting, shall we? So, the plan. Let's move that box of pots. These for my wife. She wants to grow loads of plum tomatoes. I'm not growing too many tomatoes this year. Well, not on purpose. Whilst, I don't know, let's say fairies tidied everything up in here. I did notice that there's another reason why you should make sure you clean your greenhouse down at the end of the season. And that's because if you spilt anything, it'll grow and it messes up your tiles. But I have also noticed a couple other bits. I have thornless blackberries growing just outside the greenhouse. Inside the greenhouse, the base of it is just big slabs. There has been some concrete poured in between some of the gaps, and I've noticed that I have blackberries growing in the greenhouse now. So that's not ideal. I will have to address that, but not right now. So these are going in the wife's greenhouse. These I'm going to put outside, put them on the table. The weather, well, believe it or not, as I said, it's 1st of June. It doesn't feel like it, does it? In the UK at the minute, we're getting late teens in centigrade for the temperature, and it's wet and it's miserable, and yeah, it's just not fun. But the greenhouse is getting up to 30 quite consistently now, so that's good for all the cucumbers and melons. Just need some more sunlight. Oh, these poor melons. I'll show you them in a second. Same as the peppers. There's some damage, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of these pots on this side. Just turn you so you can see this this mess of plants. I am going to go through it, take the wife's plum tomatoes out, get them over towards her greenhouse, get these out on one of the big trays so I can organise them, work out what we're doing, and then I'll bring you back with the plan. So we'll see you in a moment. Apologies for the attire, it's my least flattering top, but we'll get on with this. So here's what we've got. This is what needs to be set in the greenhouse, plus some peppers, which I'll show you in a second. So we have 4 cantaloupe melons, they need to go in. We have 3 cucumbers, 2 which I'll be honest I bought, which are, what are these called? Female Femme Spot. No idea. I needed cucumbers, these were only £2, so pick them up. And then we've got the one at the back here, which is one that I grew from seed. I can't remember which ones they were now. I actually got I haven't got a thing on it. I'll remember in a minute, I'm sure. Or somewhere here. That's the name, just there. Anyway, I'm going to forget to do that in edit, I bet you. Anyway, right, so got that. We have a melon, what's this called? Mangamel. I think that's the yellow one, I think. But yeah, so that's got to go in. And then over here, we have the 3 beefsteak tomatoes. So the way I think I'm going to do this, I'm doing these in grow bags this year. I will have some pots most likely as well, but this should do me just fine for this year. It's late in the season. We're not going to have the longest grow season now. Well, not here anyway. So it is what it is. I'll make the best of it. Grow bags, nice, simple, easy to chuck in. Bosh, as it were. Anyway, so here's the plan. First, the cantaloupe melons. They're going to go in the first spot just here. Then spot just beside it, we're going to put the cucumbers. Now I am a little bit dubious because of these bloody solar panels that I still haven't sorted out. Hopefully I'll get a fix for that soon, but it's not looking likely in the immediate future at the moment, if I'm honest. So probably be next season it will be better off, but whatever. Cucumbers are going to go just here, so they'll be growing up and growing up over the ceiling. The spot underneath the camera, that is going to be for the beef tomatoes. And in addition, in between them, I'm also going to put the Mangamel tomato, the one which I can't pronounce. I'm going to put that one in there as well. So, the bags I'm using. There's a couple of tricks to these bags, which when I first started using them, I didn't know. So, they're really compact. They've obviously been in pallets with around about 100 of them all stacked on top of each other, so it's really compressed soil. If you don't loosen that soil up, the roots are not going to do bugger all. So there's a few ways of doing it. Firstly, you can just open it up and dig around, get it all loose. That's not the most efficient. I did that the last couple of years, it didn't work. And then I accidentally dropped one and I had an idea. I love this. So I'm going to bring you down here now onto the floor because it's the only space I've got to be able to do this stuff. So let's put you just there so you can see the bag. So these are the ones that I'm using. Tomato, right? If you look at this one, it's nice, big and full, whereas this one isn't. That's because what I've done with this is I lift it onto its side and I start squishing it down. Squish it down. It's a good bit of fun, this. Nice little workout. Get all the squish down, roll it over, do the same. And then it almost becomes a kneading exercise. With loosening up all the soil while the bag's still sealed. All nice and loose, nice and even. And look at that! Brilliant! I may get a bit too much enjoyment out of doing that actually. But it does, it feels like I'm baking. A massive loaf of bread, but still baking nonetheless. Haven't shown you, but the melons that I had got in the same way. These are all doing quite nicely. These are the mulbers. This one is struggling. In fact, actually, the melon itself has died on that one. So this is now just a cucamelon, unfortunately. There you see that. However, these two here are the mulbers, so they're doing all right. And that's a random pepper. No idea why that's in there. I might just leave that. But yeah, so next plan, get all these cut open and start planting. I think I'll probably just set you up in the corner and do a time lapse. Yeah, sounds about right. See you in a moment. Right, so just moved the water bath, so that's gone. Well, I'd say it's gone. You can see the top of it just there. So it's not gone very far, but anyway, that's out of the way. Now, when I built these, I wanted something where I could put all my seedlings to keep it away from slugs. That didn't work. But yeah, so nice and high, easy to work on because my back problems. Lovely. But I want stuff to be able to grow from the floor up. So these aren't actually attached. So all I do, for those of you who've been with me for a little while, I know how I set this up. But for any of you new ones, because there are a few, because I have 400 subscribers. I'm glad you're all liking the content. Anyway, right, so take all these off. Take the central support out. Now, plenty of room now. So what I'm going to do is I set up straightforward bamboo canes. We'll drop that against the back into the bottom of the compost bag, and then I'm sure you've all seen this sort of stuff before. This is pea netting. Pretty good stuff. Cheap as chips. And if you're, well, I was about to say clever. I don't think I am clever because I'm actually looking at this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I was going to say, if you're good with it and clever with it, you can reuse it. But I'm not really sure. I think, yeah, all right, I think I've got it. And then, it's only 90p, James. Why don't you just buy a new one each year? Deary me. Oh, this is going to take me ages. Oh, no. I thought this was going to be straightforward, but it's not, is it? I might just go and get a load of the plastic trellising that I've got, the solid stuff. Because that is... I'll tell you what, I'm not going to make you watch this. I'm going to stick all of my pegs in, all of my bamboo canes in, try and untangle this to get it to match up, and then I'll bring you back when it's done, all right? See you in a bit. So, it's been a while, but managed to get that side sorted-ish. So, I don't know how well it will show up on the camera, but all the pea netting's now on. I've got some of the melons loosely on it, some of them haven't. This one there's no point connecting because I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's been annihilated, so there's no point doing that. Cucumbers are on it as well. So I've just fixed the bamboo at the top with a cable tie and a strap, so that's now rigid. I need to do the same on this side so it can be pulled nice and tight. I'll do that in a moment. On this side I gave up on it, so I just found some plastic trellis, wired it up to there so the melon can start growing again. This side is not going to grow because that's been demolished. However, that side has got new growth on it, so give it a day or so, these leaves will all reorientate. Oh, actually, there's a growth point there as well, so I've got to get that one in there. So all I'm going to do is just very gently get it in there, get that leaf there so it gets a little bit of a grab, and now that should start climbing its way up. Once it gets to the top, I'll do something neat there and then let this one grow all the way across the ceiling so we can get plenty of those melons. Tomatoes, most of them I lied sideways because of the amount of angles, but that one was particularly bad. Oh, I've got to take the growth off of it. You don't want growth like that at the soil level, so let's just pinch them off. That's fine. Get rid of that one as well, I don't want that. Encourage some new growth. There we go. And that'll be fine. Yeah, as I say, cucumbers are doing good. I've actually got some fruit growing on that one. There it is. So, wee cucumber at the back. Odds are they're going to die off, the fruit that's on it, because it's just been moved. But we will see. So, I was planning on doing the peppers that are up there with you. But given how long this has taken, I thought this would be a quick 20-minute job. I'm absolutely fine. It's just not. So I think I'll get the peppers sorted and put that in a different video. So for today, thank you ever so much for joining us here at our garden at plot 16. Next video will be the peppers. Got to finish getting that corn all in. There's a lot of corn, and I've got to go get a load more broad beans, and that should be on the next video. But yeah, otherwise, hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.